What's going on, everyone? How are you guys doing? Hopefully you had a great Monday night. It is March 15th, 2021, and here we are once again for your Monday Night Raw post show. Oh, geez, Basili starting it right off with a super chat. Good Lord. Basili says, for everyone who just suffered through 3 hours of hell, those who watch Monday Night Raw where Raw is bore, this is for you. Thank you, Basili, man. Thank you so much. Some moves for you. What a way to start off the show. Thank you guys so much. And thank you again, Basili. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys thought about tonight's show down in the comments as well. We'll be talking about it a little bit, I guess. And whatever else you guys want. I really don't even care, man. I really don't even care. I do want to run through a couple things, but really at the end of the day, does it even matter? Does it even matter? It felt so good. It felt so good to take off Friday, man. And now just back to the chaos. Back to the chaos. Jan says, hey, OW, how are you, bro? Good to see you. Good to see you as well, my friend. Good to see you. It is nice to be recharged. Marcel says, the good news is the Snyder Cut is getting great reviews. I know, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Also, I finally unlocked memberships. Unlocked memberships. So now you guys can join. You could be a disciple. You could be a disciple. I still need to change. I need to add some emails. You know what I mean? And I need to fix the badges a little bit. But you can join. You can join. Vance with the 100. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not familiar with that money symbol. It's a rupee. Vance, my friend, thank you for the 100 rupees. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. That's cool. I feel like Zelda, man. Got some rupees. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, man. I greatly appreciate it. Vance says, thank you, AOW, for having such supernatural powers and watching this 3-hour trash while I was enjoying watching Friends. I love Friends, man. One of my favorite shows. I've seen it so many times. I have watched the series like 4 or 5 times all the way through. I own all of them. It's like the only DVDs that I have. I have all 10 seasons of Friends. It's a weird thing to have. I don't know, but I really, really like the show. I don't know. Blazer says, been following you since the start of 2020. High praise, my guy. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. It's a long time. It's a long time. Leon says, so the show started with a WWE championship match being official. Like, that's how you official your main title match for WrestleMania. No build, no nothing. Yep. It's a crazy world we live in, man. Vance says that's Indian currency as I live in India. Makes sense, man. I did not know. Don't Canadians have rupees as well? Or ruples or something like that? Something like that. But thank you again, man. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. 2 donations to start off the show. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm working on a cool membership video to post. That'll be through. I think it'll be pretty cool. I have a really cool idea for it. I didn't have enough time to do it today. I planned on changing a ton of stuff for the show, but I just did not have time to do it. So hopefully I'll have time to do it tomorrow. It's gonna be soundboard, all sorts of cool stuff and things. With donations and all of that stuff and membership video, and yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Vance says, yep, Canadian currency is rupee too. Okay, I thought so. I thought I was familiar with that from watching. I watch a lot of Linus Tech Tips videos, and I recall them calling them rupees when they were doing the Scrapyard War videos or stuff like that. Their money is crazy looking too, by the way. It's so crazy. ID says Vince has not enough money to bring back superstar like Braun or John Cena. He does, but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Stone Cold Steve Austin says, oh hell yeah, I'm here. Welcome, Austin 316. You're hopefully maybe we'll have a 316 stream tomorrow so you can show up. Marcel says, here's a prediction. If Drew beats Bobby at Mania, Roman Reigns babyface heat. Drew beats Bobby Mania, Roman Reigns babyface. Oh, yeah. Yep. It took me, I don't know why it took me a minute to get there, But yes, yeah. If Drew McIntyre beats Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania, man, that's a big oof. That's a big oof right there. Obi James says Stone Cold is here. Happy early 316 day, guys. Yes, we're just a couple hours away, man. It's a couple hours away. Andre says, I think it's time for a new question. Where the hell is Keith Lee? I don't know, man. I have no idea. What? Oh yeah, I think this thing's like broken, by the way. Because while I was getting ready for the stream, it went through every single donation that has ever happened. Once again, like it was weird. Like it was just ringing off of my headphones. They call me Nova with the 199 super chat. Man, you guys are crazy. Thank you guys so much. That's crazy. He says, get our ring ready, AOW. We can do better than Raw. Hell yeah, man. AOW Underground is coming. It's coming. And like I said, we're gonna have Ric Flair. We're gonna have Ric Flair. So there's some moves for you as well, Nova. Thank you guys so much. You guys are too kind. Too kind to me. Too kind. JBOJ says, is it 2019 all over again? Because Shane wasted 10 minutes of my time. I know, man. Isn't that crazy? Again. 2 weeks in a row, man. And now we're going to have Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman at Fastlane, only to somehow get it again at WrestleMania. Oh man. It's this road to WrestleMania, man, it is brutal. It is brutal. Safa says, according to PW Insider, NXT is still moving to Tuesdays, so that's good. Yeah, I think I read that earlier today as well. Like, I don't understand. If that's still the case, then why haven't they told us yet? People, you know, they have schedules. Like, not everyone just sits at home all day and watches wrestling. So to move nights it's a pretty big deal. So I don't understand why they haven't announced it. That should have been one of the big game-changing announcements on NXT last week. Certainly not the the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships that got buried an hour after they got debuted, man. Oh my God. Nova says, every Mania, Shane needs a Mania match. He is our new taker. There you go. Has he had one at every one? Because if so, that's crazy. CM Punk says, I miss Brock. Me too, man. I was really hoping that we'd get Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. That's a main event match at WrestleMania. Now is the time. Now is the time. It does not get any better than right now. You're at peak Bobby Lashley in WWE right now. He's the WWE champion. It's WrestleMania season. Why is Brock Lesnar not here? I mean, I think we've already kind of touched on that subject. I still haven't made my Peacock video, which I still kind of need to do. But essentially, the thing is that WWE's money from here on out is guaranteed for the next like 4 or 5 years. So no matter how good or bad Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and even NXT, I believe, it doesn't matter how they perform, they get the same amount of money, no matter what. Now, with Peacock taking in the WWE network for the next 5 years, I believe, WWE is now getting paid a set amount for each of their pay-per-views, well, you know, for the whole network, no matter what. So, why go out and spend whatever it is, $1 million, $500,000? I don't know how much Brock Lesnar makes for a match. So why would you go out and spend that extra $1 million, let's say, for a Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania when your income is predetermined and you're just going to get the same thing anyways? There's no incentive to bring those people in anymore. They're asking an arm and a leg. So your Brock Lesnar, your Ronda Rousey, you could probably kiss them goodbye. Jeremy says, horrible show. Hi, hi AOW. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Anthony says Drew just admitted he is too cheap to buy clothes. Did he really? Did he really? Did I miss that? I missed his speech when he was talking. I heard that someone said that he took a shot at AEW. I was literally taking out the trash. So I missed it. But it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Flash, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. You have not missed anything. We're just kind of hanging out and chilling. Vance says, and by the way, Raw is international, and many people outside the US were watching that Braun and Shane segment. You're right. I saw that you had said that it was international, and I was going to reply back, and I just completely got caught up in something else. But you're right. It is not a national show. It is international, which is even worse. Even worse. Jesus Christ, man. It's crazy. JBLJ says WWE doesn't want Lesnar versus Lashley for some reason. Because they're dumb, dude. They're so out of touch with everything. It's insane. It's absolutely insane, man. I don't understand. It's what we all want. We've all been dying to see this match for years and years and years. But nope. Nope, you're never going to get it. Even though now is the most perfect time in the world. Like, man, it's brutal. Safa says, hopefully Brock returns at FASTLANE and attacks both Drew and Bobby so that we get a triple threat. See, it's running through him again. What the hell? Streamlabs, what are you doing? Up right now. Broke it. Fix yourself. What access violation? What the hell are you talking about? They call me Nova says the Kids' Choice Awards are such good shit. Yeah, man. What what was up with the green slime, green paint, whatever it was? That is brutal. You know, just when you think that these shows couldn't get any worse, they get worse. I can't. It's impressive. It really is. It's really impressive that they're able to do such a thing. Let's see here. Rocco says, I always pray that we'll get something different and fresh after Mania, but now I have no faith. Yeah, dude, yeah, there's no way. Okay, why is it putting them in twice? I don't know. It must be broken. It must be broken right now. So there might end up being like 2 alerts for everything. Right now, unfortunately. Vance says, LMAO, this is the only time people want Brock to be in WWE Championship match, and now he isn't even here. Right? So many times everyone's like, man, get Brock off my TV, and now that we want him, nowhere to be found. Jared says, bearded Brock needs to return. It's never happened before. Dude, bearded Brock Lesnar is what's best for business. Yes. Give me bearded Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. That is it. That is the match, man. That is a good match right there. Hell yeah. So good. Safa says, will we get an NXT TakeOver post show? Yes. Yes. WrestleMania week is going to be insane. Yes. Absolutely insane. So just a quick rundown of WrestleMania week and what it will look like. We'll have the Monday Night Raw post show. And then Tuesday, we'll probably have night 1 predictions for NXT TakeOver. Wednesday, you'll probably have night 2 predictions of NXT TakeOver and night 1 NXT TakeOver post show. And then on Wednesday. So yeah, Wednesday we'll either do a TakeOver and Dynamite themed thing. If Dynamite does something, like if they gimmick their show, we might combine them together. If they don't and they just run a normal Dynamite, we'll probably just do a TakeOver show, is what I would imagine. Thursday will be, what is Thursday? Is Thursday the Hall of Fame? Thursday's the Hall of Fame. So kind of a day off. Friday is SmackDown. And Friday morning, I'll have night 1 of the... Oh, wait. Thursday is... I'm thinking Tuesday. Okay, I'm all messed up. Here. Monday's Raw. Tuesday is the Hall of Fame. Wednesday is night 1. of NXT TakeOver. Thursday is night 2 of NXT TakeOver. 4 is SmackDown, or Jesus, Friday is SmackDown. Saturday is night 1 of WrestleMania. Sunday is night 2 of WrestleMania. Monday is Raw. Tuesday is supposed to be the debut of NXT on Tuesday. And then Dynamite. So we'll cycle through. We'll have a post show for each one of those. If it's a pay-per-view, expect a pay-per-view predictions video the morning before. Marcel says NXT is the COVID show. Yeah, man. Another breakout in NXT. I don't get it. Apparently it was the people from the Performance Center in NXT that were helping set up the ring, as far as I remember. It's crazy. I don't know why they can't stop that. Rocco says, I just saw that there's a good chance that Mania won't have fans or a large amount. They're going to have a large amount. So last I heard, they were shooting for 45,000, but it was just announced earlier today that the UFC is running a 100% capacity show, also in Jacksonville, Florida. So it looks like WWE took their tickets off the market, and I would assume that they're probably going to try to sell more. Yikes. Yikes. Gonna be crazy. Obi James says Fastlane looks like a one-match show. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to Fastlane at all. I don't like having a pay-per-view here between WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble. It just seems so unnecessary. And I mean, you can all tell how unnecessary it is. They just announced the entire match card like at the end of the show. There's like nothing going on with any of this. Nothing whatsoever. It's just all random matches getting made. Nova says, so we're having a 1 week of AOW. Damn, it's like Christmas. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, dude. Crazy. Hopefully my voice is all good. Like I might have to get some like tea and like a bunch of water and like make sure I'm nice and like hydrated so I don't lose my voice and stuff. Anthony says we also are not getting Triple H versus AJ. I know, right? Come on. Jared says caffeine will be your friend Mania week. Yeah, I'm gonna go buy like a case of like some energy drinks or something and just pound them. Because I have so not only is WrestleMania week just a shit ton of stuff to do, like it's just so much, but I also have like my other obligations that I have, you know, my business that I have to run as well. So gonna be a crazy week. Safa says, is night 1 of NXT TakeOver gonna have commercials? That's a good question. That's a really good question. I have no idea. I would assume so. Maybe they'll try to get limited commercials, but yeah, I would assume so. Alex says, hey, sorry I'm late, but is there any chance that WWE has a good go home and the post show title is hype for pay-per-view name? No chance, man. Not today. Not in today's world, my friend. I am sorry. You know, but on the flip side, they have been delivering their pay-per-views. I always say that there's no hype for them because I personally don't feel like there is any hype for them. But they've delivered. They've really delivered. I've been pretty satisfied with their last few pay-per-views. So, man, I really feel like there's no way that that's going to be possible for Fastlane. But stranger things have happened, I guess, right? Rocco says, if it's full capacity for Double or Nothing or All Out, I'll be there. Oh, man, I'm still sad. Still sad I don't get it. I don't get to go. I don't get to go to Double or Nothing anymore. DNM says, I'm really pissed off that we're not getting Triple H. Oh, Triple H versus AJ Styles. Seriously, this is how they're going to treat AJ Styles? And another year without the game back to back. And I'm a huge fan of Triple H. I wanted to see Triple H and AJ Styles as well. I think that would be a really, really good WrestleMania match. And AJ Styles has been so protected lately. Like, they've been taking care of him a lot. Like, he has not lost in a very long time in a singles match. And I know that he's expressed interest in being in the tag team division, but him and Omos, I don't know. Like, Omos has had one match, didn't he? One match. I can't remember. You know what? Maybe I can find it. I think Omos has had one match, if I can remember correctly. So it just kind of seems like a really weird thing to do with AJ. Okay, here he is. Oh, he's had a couple matches. So he's not had one match on Raw, but he has had some matches. He wrestled in an NXT live event on February 15th of 2020 against Bronson Reed, Jordan. Oh, he's Jordan. And Alexander Jaksic and Tahiti Miles. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be an interesting WrestleMania, that's for sure. Marcel says Sheamus has like no momentum. Yep, just good matches. That's pretty much all Sheamus has right now. A whole lot of nada, but good matches. Flash says WWE is focused so much on having larger crowd rather than the actual match card. Yep, I would actually believe that. Yes, it's crazy. Nova says, so I'm guessing Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and Morrison at Mania. Yeah. Yep. That's what I would assume as well. Let's see here. Safa says, it's funny how TakeOver was just announced 5 days ago, but they already have more of a card than Mania. Loomis versus Gargano, Io versus Raquel, Balor versus Cross, Ciampa versus Walter, and Kyle versus Adam. What? Tommaso Ciampa versus Walter? Excuse me? When did that get announced? Walter NXT TakeOver. What? When I don't even see it on here. Am I missing something? Ciampa versus Walter? That's actually real? No way. I don't see it. I don't see it here. Tommaso Ciampa versus Walter, NXT TakeOver. Oh. Is it right here? Oh my God, there's so much text here. Come on. Ciampa? There's no word yet on what WWE has planned for Walter, but Tommaso Ciampa teased a possible match with the Imperium leader during this week's NXT episode when he told Timothy Thatcher that he was not interested in joining Imperium for their takeover. Imperium's Alexander Wolf, Marcel Bartel, and Fabian Eichner have made it known that they are taking NXT over and they want Thatcher to join them. Adding that he can bring Ciampa with him if he wants. Ciampa and Thatcher versus Bartel and Eichner has been announced for next Wednesday's show. Well, damn. Ciampa versus Walter. That's hold on. That's
such good shit.
That's a good one. Hell yeah. I like that. That'd be a good match. I was kind of curious how they're going to fill out 2 nights of TakeOver. That sounds pretty brutal, to be honest. 2 nights. Jared says, whatever happened to the Dabba-Kato guy? I don't know, man. He got drafted. He got drafted to Raw, didn't he? And Andrade didn't. This is blasphemy. I tell you, it's blasphemy. So just rumors. Okay. It hasn't been announced, but Ciampa called Walter out on NXT. See, this is why NXT needs to be on Tuesdays, because I can't watch every single second of every show, and I had no idea that was in the works. No idea. That's exciting. Andre says, what about Arturo Ruas? So he was drafted to Raw as well, I believe, but then he was on NXT. He was on NXT after he got drafted to Raw. Like, the draft. Oh, the draft. Marcel says they are keeping Andrade locked. Yes, they are. Yep. His request to be released was denied. Denied. Huge shame. Huge shame. I wish that they would just let people go who are unhappy. I really do. Or, you know, maybe it'll make them realize that he actually is unhappy, and that, you know, maybe something meaningful will happen going forward. I can't believe. Okay, so if you take someone, I mean, we talk about this all the time with other people, but you take someone like Andrade, who's just incredibly talented, right? The guy is just incredible in the ring. Very good wrestler. He's got the looks. He's got the moves. He had the mouthpiece with him with Zelina Vega. It was perfect. It was a perfect combination there. And they saw nothing in him? Really? And then he started dating Charlotte, and I was like, here it is. Here's your Universal Champion, your next WWE Champion, Andrade Flair. Now they're engaged, and I was like, oh my God, this guy's he's going to the moon. And he's not. He's in catering. What? Like, how do you have Andrade Flair not doing anything, sitting in catering, unhappy? Blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. Alex says, are you going to continue to do post updates for Dark Elevation? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not quite sure. I might do it for a couple weeks and see how it goes. I mean, the cool thing about Elevation is that it's on YouTube. So, like, if I need to, I can just pause it and scrub through it and get some things. So, like, if I miss something, I can just go back and watch it. So, we'll see. We'll see. It does. I hate that it's on an hour earlier, because that's an hour earlier that I got to be here to sit and cover these. But we'll see. We'll see. Van says, now this backfired. Yeah, how does that backfire though? Like, it seems like a lock, right? Like, I would have thought for sure that it was all good at that point for him. Flash says, doesn't matter if people are unhappy if they are AEW, Impact, or New Japan bound. WWE will not release them. Yeah, they're gonna have a tight grasp on him. Fallen says, I'm back, Beesh. Me too, man. Me too, man.
I'm back too, bitch.
That's right. Obi James says, where was Charlotte tonight? Isn't she in a Mania match with Asuka? Yeah, no Charlotte Flair tonight. No Charlotte Flair. JBOJ says, hey guys, I got an update on Aleister Black. Are y'all ready? 3, 2, 1. There is no update. I read that. Perfect timing. That's great. That is great. I wish there was an update on Aleister Black. Another guy just like Andrade, extremely talented. He's got the looks. He's got everything. They just don't see it for some reason. Fallen says, how you been? I've been great, man. How are you doing? Elver says, VCam could easily push guys like Aleister and Ricochet, but he only cares for guys like Randy, Roman, older wrestlers, and part-timers. Yeah, kind of. Pretty much. Leroy says, how was AEW Dark Elevation? It was pretty good. It's a lot of wrestling. So it's a lot of just back to back wrestling. They did have a couple interviews on this one as well to kind of break it up a little bit, which I think is good. But I don't know. I'm going to keep watching. It was good to see Kenny Omega on Elevation tonight as well. I think that helps a lot. I think that kind of helps establish it as not just some like shitty YouTube show that you shouldn't care about. Because that's all I was thinking essentially when I was watching it, is like, okay, how do you get me invested into this? Why do I need to watch Elevation? You know, because I have no interest in Dark whatsoever. So how do you get me to care about Elevation? Putting Kenny Omega on it, not the worst idea in the world. So I like that. So I'll continue to maybe check it out for a little bit and see how it goes. But it was good. There's a lot of very talented people currently signed in AEW that are kind of just chilling on Dark and stuff. So it's nice to see them shine, and hopefully that will help carry them over into AEW Dynamite, where they can have some bigger matches on TV. Marcel says 75% Rotten Tomatoes score for Snyder Cut. That's really good. Wow. That's really good. I've seen a lot of people praising the movie. I'm very excited. A lot of people said it's like, you know, it's like 4 hours and 2 minutes or something like that. And a lot of people are saying it just felt like 2 hours. Like it just flew by. It was so good. Tons of emotions. It's not as dark as you think. And it was just overall just a really good movie. So I can't wait for Thursday. I can't wait. Marcel also says, I have a Snyder Cut question. It's from the trailer. Shoot away, my friend. Shoot away. I'll try to answer whatever I can. ID 11.3 says, bro, Alistair joke is now becoming old. Try something new. Okay. Leroy says, what if we see Asuka versus Shayna Baszler at WrestleMania instead of Asuka versus Charlotte? I'm down for that. The only problem is that your current versions of Asuka and Shayna Baszler are both a bunch of geeks. So tonight was a good step in the right direction for Asuka. I loved what happened after that match, but everything that happens with Big Oof and Shayna Baszler, it's always like, if it's a win, it's because of Big Oof. If it's a loss, it's because of Shayna Baszler. So if they can get out of that stigma and start having Shayna Baszler be the beast that she once was, I would love to see her and Asuka beat the hell out of each other at WrestleMania. I'd love it. Punk says, I want Randy to punt Alexa. That maybe that could be the thing that brings the Fiend back. Elver says the NXT TakeOver card is probably going to be better than WrestleMania. I would assume so. NXT TakeOvers are always really good, so I wouldn't be surprised. Vanch says, hey, AEW Double or Nothing 2021 main event leaked. Moxley versus Omega in a nuclear explosion match where a loser cuts his arm off. Sounds brutal. I wish I would have been there for it. Flash says, for those who are asking about Elevation, watch Riho versus Maki Ito, Jungle Boy versus Danny Limelight, QT versus Marco, and Tay Conti's match and Nakazawa's match. Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I like seeing all of these really talented people. Danny Limelight is incredible. That guy is fantastic. I hope that they sign him. Basili says, on the new episode of BTE, they trolled WWE for banning knee slaps. I haven't seen this week's BTE yet. We were too busy today. So hopefully tomorrow I'll watch it, catch up. We just got like a home gym thing set up. So it was like setting that up and using it and doing all that good stuff and working. And then, yeah, by the time, and we ordered a kitchen suite a while ago, and it's just a fucking disaster. Like, I hate it. It's killing me. Fallen says, I'm taking a break from wrestling for the moment, just trying to focus on music more than anything. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Music is fantastic. I want to get back into music again. I'm actually thinking about picking up an electronic drum set. I want one. I've always wanted one really bad, and now that I have my own house, I really want to get one. I just want to like play it for hours and hours and hours. Nova says, got an idea. How about we have a cinematic match, Andrade versus Black, in a Catherine Dead match? Can you imagine Andrade doing a move on top of a chicken? A what? Am I missing something? Am I missing something from that? James says, where were you last Friday? Did you need some wrestling oxygen? Yeah, so Thursday was actually my fiance's birthday. So I just decided to take Friday off as well. We did some more birthday stuff, went out to dinner, and all that good stuff, relaxed. And yeah, had a barbecue on Saturday with her family, came over. So I just kind of needed to recharge. It didn't seem like an important episode, and it was really nice. Like, honestly, really nice to just sit back and relax. It was crazy. Marcel says, why did Superman's mom have red laser eyes like Superman? Ain't she human? Yes. And I'm actually surprised that I haven't seen more people talk about this. I believe that was not his mother. I believe that was... Drumroll, please. Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter. I think he has disguised himself as her, and that is why. That is why. I also think that in the official trailer where you see Batman in his like crazy window house that's on like the water or whatever, that person that's floating down, I believe that is Martian Manhunter as well. Very, very excited to see Martian Manhunter in the movie. And 2 Green Lanterns. 2 Green Lanterns. There are 2 Green Lanterns in the movie. It's going to be epic. And I'm like, okay. So my fiance works at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to have the Dynamite post show on Wednesday. And when I'm done, I'm done. I'm getting off the internet. I'm done. At Wednesday, I believe the Snyder Cut comes out at like Thursday at like midnight. So I'm completely disconnecting myself from any and all internet. I'm totally getting away from it. I don't want anything spoiled. And we're going to watch it when she gets home. The entire 4-hour thing. La says, it's been a while. The man is back. Welcome back, La. I appreciate you stopping by. How are you doing? Rocco says, breaking news. Rhea Ripley is still coming to Raw, and they're going to do nothing with her at Mania. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. BTE this week was hilarious. I did see that Maki Ito was with them as well, and I saw some more of the Hangman stuff with his new lawnmower. Anthony says, AOW, how that AOW Underground coming along? Well, sir, I'm looking for a small loan of $69 million. So if any of you guys have a small amount of money laying around, just $69 million, I would greatly appreciate it if you could put it in the AOW Underground Fund. It'll be worth it. We'll have Ric Flair. We'll have Ric Flair. Philip says, look up the Nexus reunion at WrestleMania 37. Triple H said something about the Nexus reunion. Look it up. Welcome back, Philip. It's always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure. James says, if Maki Ito oh God, what just happened? My chat just like, good Lord, what? Okay, well, I completely lost where I was trying to read through like all of chat, but it just updated. So I don't know where I was. So if oh no, I found it. James says, if Maki Ito swears on live TV she's going to turn AEW Dynamite TVMA, Maki Ito's done. This was her last thing. She said she's flying back to Japan. Colin says, I've always wanted an electronic drum set too. I mean, I would prefer to have a real one, but I don't think that would fly very well. I'd actually want to be able to play it, like a lot. They used to be in bands, like a lot of metal bands when I was younger. And we all lived in a house together, and we had like it wasn't even like a garage. It was like a big ass shop, and it actually had like a stage in it. So it was cool. We had shows there. But we had a real drum set there for our drummer. So we were just like, we would all always just be in there playing drums, like literally 24/7. We'd just be like, hey, your time's up. It's my time. It's my time. You get off the drums. It's my time. So I really want my own really bad. And I think they've come a long way since back in the day. So I think they're pretty good. I think you can get a good one for like $500. So I'm totally down for that. And like ideally what I would like to do is get a drum set, a guitar, and a bass, and just kind of make my own like stream music and stuff like that. I think it'd be really cool. Just instrumental, of course. No singing. My singing stops at the well. That's all you get. Rocco says, I haven't been liking BTE anymore. I don't really like the skits. I like to see more behind the scenes. I've seen a couple of people talk about that before. There's quite a few people who wish that it was just kind of back vlogging like the old days. Anthony says an electronic drum kit is
Such good shit.
Marcel says, oh, AOW, this week's, oh my God. This week's Dynamite results have sadly leaked, but it seems like a great show. Yeah, I heard. I haven't seen the actual results yet, but I did hear that people knew about them. Okay. All right. I got to skip down because it just keeps going. It's all messed up. My chat is all messed up. So I'll just try to read them faster. Van says some effer. We're PG friendly here. Posted the spoilers for this AEW Dynamite show. Now I have to stay away from Instagram again. The internet can be a real bitch sometimes. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't mind spoilers. I don't really care, except for Justice League. Okay, I will have no spoilers, and I'm gonna unplug my phone. I'm going to turn everything off. There's nothing. I will go to the end of the world, the length of the world, to not be spoiled for Justice League. It means so much to me. Fallen with the $4.99 donation says, just wanted to donate, laugh my ass off. Well, here's some moves for you, my friend. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. That's so kind of you. So kind of you. Thank you. Lots of donations today. Thank you, guys. That's crazy. Marcel says Iron Man shows up in the Snyder Cut AOW. No. Following the $1 Million Man. Yeah, there you go. Stone Cold Steve Austin says, what? I challenge you to AOW Underground? Psh, good luck with that, man. Good luck with that. Van says, bro, I literally hate spoilers for everything. I don't mind. I don't know. Wrestling ones never really irritated me at all. I don't mind. Like, I think maybe my mentality is that, like, since I do what I do, I'm just gonna see it anyway. So maybe I probably just shouldn't care. I don't know. Maybe that's my mentality about it. But I really don't care, to be honest. Except for Justice League. If anyone spoils Justice League for me, oh, it will not be
such good shit.
Not at all. Not at all. Fallen says, spending my rap money on AOW. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. You're the best. Fallen says, I think Philip should donate a super message to AOW so he sees the Nexus thing. Oh, we see it. Philip's just the ultimate heel. He just comes in here, spams, and then leaves. That's what Philip does. JBOJ says that criminal Humberto Carrillo supposedly is taking steroids now. Have you guys seen that guy? Bro, I thought that was fake. I thought that was Angel Garza. Like, no joke. I legit thought that was Angel Garza. If you get, all right, I'm gonna show you. Alex says, are you getting moderators soon to deal with spammers? I think everyone has just kind of come to terms with Philip being a spammer. Pretty much. I think Philip spams, and then when he leaves, everyone misses him. So, okay, Instagram. Let me find this guy's picture. This man is yacked. Dude is crazy. Humberto Carrillo. But he's still go down, you know? Like nothing. This man's got nothing on me. Like I told you, I got a home gym. I got a home gym now. This guy's actually got to go. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this clown. Hold on. He's actually at a public gym. Oh, please. Disgusting. Oh, god damn it. Absolutely disgusting. Having to... Can I take this picture, please? God damn it. Won't let me do it. No, I just want this. Bro, this is Driving me nuts. Come on. Let me show the people your picture. Oh, did I get it? Oh my God. Humberto Carrillo jacked. Think it'll show up for that? It does. Oh, it does. Okay, it's right here. I was gonna say, damn. All right. I don't know what this is, so. Jacked. All right, let's bring this up. You guys ready for this? Here we go. There you go. Oh God, that's huge. Make it small. Make it smaller. Damn, look at this. Bro, this looks like Angel Garza. I mean, I know they're cousins, but like, damn. Isn't that crazy? Absolutely crazy. A pimped named Slickback 33 says Humberto trying to get that Vinnie Mac rub. Yeah, he's trying to be a big sweaty man. Trying to be a big sweaty man. But you know what? I ain't worried about nothing. Like I said, I got myself a home gym. I got a home gym. Look at this scrub. Look at him. Look at this dude in the like construction worker yellow shirt back there. You see that? Psh, man, I got this in my garage. Come on. Come on now. I ain't scared of nothing. We invite Humberto Carrillo to AOW Underground whenever he wants. But you know what? He can't face me. Can't face me. Nope. Not on the same level as me. He doesn't belong, you know, he doesn't even belong in the same promotion as me. But you know what? I'll allow him to be ringside. I will not pay him. I will not pay him. Nothing. To be at AEW Underground. He could fight someone else. He could fight one of you guys, but I'm off limits. Nah. Nah. Fallon says plot twist, it's AEW in the back with a neon yellow shirt. That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. Let's see here. Okay, let me catch up with comments that took a little bit longer than I thought. Mr. Pico, why do you think chat is messed up? What do you mean? Is it messed up on the screen? Fallon says, how much did it cost to get a home gym? I want to get one when I have a house. We bought like pretty cheap stuff, to be honest. We got, I got a treadmill, an elliptical, my fiance got some kettlebells, and then I got these, they're like those adjustable weights, you know? So it's not like they're not each individually their own one, but it's just like a big ass thing, and you can adjust the size of it, and you just like lift it up, and you just get the weight that you want. It was probably like, so 13, it was probably like $1,700, $1,700, I think, for the whole thing. Yeah, so we got a pretty large garage, so we just put them up there, and then set up one of our old TVs, an old Apple TV up there, so kind of cool. DNM says, sorry AOW, it's been great chatting, but I gotta go. No worries, man. Thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Punk says, at the age of 53, Vince also looks jacked. Yeah, he's crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. Can we see the Nexus picture? You want to see a picture of the Nexus, man? You want to see a picture of the Nexus? The phone. Van says, hey, Vince is a genius. He let Tamina pin Bianca Belair. I know, right? It's so crazy, man. So crazy. Oh, all right, Philip, I got you. The ultimate heel, I will bow down to you one time. Okay, I'll give you this one. I'll give you this one right here. Oh, damn it. I hate it when, hold on. Nexus. I hate it when everything has those like default names, you know, like when you save a picture. All right, this one's for you, Philip. All right, this is for you. Here's your picture. There you go, man. That's for you. Fallen says, I'm probably gonna head out too, bro. Gonna work on some music and then pray to Father Rollins. Take care, man. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for your donation as well. As too kind of you. Too kind of you. Let's see here. Basili says Carlito cropped in a Nexus shirt. There you go. All right, there you go. There you go. James says comment. Oh, did you leave a comment? James says, but Humberto did lose to Angel Garza on the show for the pulled main event. Why is this? Oh my God, this thing is crazy. Crazy. Elver says, I hope Father Rollins brings back the Messiah entrance music at WrestleMania. I don't think he will. I think they probably did that because people didn't like his theme music. That'd be my guess. Alex says, if you had to guess, how much do you think AEW makes by putting Dark and Elevation on YouTube? I have no clue, man. I have absolutely no clue. I don't like, I'm still like getting used to the whole YouTube revenue type thing. I'm assuming it's quite a bit. It's probably not nearly as lucrative as a TV deal, but I'm sure they make a decent amount from it. Marcel says MJF's faction name has been revealed. Yes. Didn't we discuss this already? It was you that I was talking to, wasn't it? Or at some point. Oh, want to see a Carlito picture? Not right now. Maybe we'll throw one up in a little bit. Punk says Father Rollins is AOW's god. Yes. Yes. Marcel says no. When? Oh, well, there was a couple of us talking about it. I thought you were a part of it. It was on the, was it the post for that? I don't know. It was on one of the, exited chat for a bit. Oh, I was talking about it on Instagram. It's Pinnacle, right? Because I think we were all talking about it, or like, I don't know if it was you necessarily, but there was a bunch of people talking about it. Bob says, yeah, Seth and Bailey's song sounded too familiar. Yes. They really, really did. Every time. I never thought that Bailey was Seth, but I always thought that Seth was Bailey. Every time. It was crazy. Punk says, wow, Dark Elevation versus Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I can't believe that they go over. Cannot believe that. That's crazy. I really thought that they would have ended the show when Raw started. That's crazy to go up against them. Punk says, you reached 11,000 posts on Instagram. Congrats. Wow. That's a lot of posts, man. That's a lot of posts. That's crazy. That is so crazy. I wish it was easier to search. Like, I really wish it was easier to search through Instagram like it was for, or like it is for Twitter. Just to find things. Like, I would love to go back and just see some things on maybe like what I thought about certain things or what I was talking about at certain times or stuff like that. I think it'd be interesting, but there's no way I'm going to scroll for like 3 hours just to get down there. Safa says, I was so confused on why Seth Rollins was number 1 in the Women's Royal Rumble. There you go. Yes. Van says, when are you covering wrestling content? We should probably get into the show, huh? It's been about an hour.
And I don't think there's much to talk about other than us just chilling before. So I think we're good. No big news except the NXT breakout. We kind of talked about Elevation here a little bit, so we'll probably won't go into that. James says it seems right to say that things have gotten out of control in the main roster. We need Adam Pearce as Raw General Manager and Sonya Deville as SmackDown General Manager. Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Wouldn't be mad at that. Bob says no, Raw was trash. Yes, it was. It was so bad. Vance says, bruh, I meant since when are you covering wrestling content on your Instagram? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I might actually be able to tell because I used to do this thing. So, you may have seen like a couple of people ask me about, nope, this is not it. Couple of people asked me about like how I got to where I was and all that stuff and like what I was doing in the beginning. I used to keep huge like logs of all of my content. I might have deleted the AOW one though. Oh wait, I think it's right here. Yeah. So August 29th, 2016. Is that really when I started? No, there's no way. I don't know if that's accurate or not. It might be though. I don't know, sometime around then. Andre says Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss was made official. Is it just a one-on-one match? James says R-Truth just can't live without the 24/7 championship. Now he's got his baby back. It was made official. Randy Orton will go one-on-one with Alexa Bliss. Okay. Whatever you say. Elver says they're probably going to do Father Rollins versus Shinsuke at FASTLANE, so Cesaro versus Rollins happens at Mania. I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Punk says, you know, WWE hired John Laurinaitis. Yes, I saw that as well. I saw that. Bob says Mustafa Ali also made a video saying he wants Riddle at Fastlane. Oh, man. Please no. Please, please, please no. Oh, I just saw it, actually. Where was that? Where'd it go? Riddle, I want a rematch at Fastlane. So it's just like Blair Witch kind of video. James says, did you get to hear the SmackDown results? Yeah, I kept up to date with it on Twitter. A good detective never takes his ears off the streets. I know what's going on at all times. At all times, I know what's going on. Punk says, stop the rematches. Yes, for the love of God, please. Van says, you know what would be a money match? Nia Jax versus Jon Moxley in an unsanctioned lights out match. Common, we would get a lot of my hole. How about some explosions in there too? Some boom booms. Be great. Charles says, who do you want Asuka to face at WrestleMania? God, at this point, I don't know. I guess Shayna Baszler, if she could not look like a geek. Who else? Rhea Ripley, I guess, if that's what they're gonna do with her, just throw her right in. I have no idea. Hopefully not Charlotte, though. Hopefully not Charlotte. Punk says, I think Asuka will face Shayna at Mania. I wouldn't be mad at that. Vasily says, should we put Kenny in charge of the explosions? Yes, because we don't actually want to kill anyone. We don't want anyone to get hurt, okay? James says everybody knows that the clothing store in the original segment ain't real. If it was real, everyone would be wearing masks. Not in Florida. Not in Florida, man. And actually, I think that Texas, that I don't think you have to wear a mask in Texas anymore. I think. Could be wrong. Flash says, AOW, sorry to leave early, but I received some bad news, and sorry, I don't want to be that angry, but honestly, Philip already had me up, so see you on Wednesday. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that you got some bad news. I hope that everything is okay with you. And if you need to chat, feel free to send me a DM, man. Feel free to reach out. All right, so I guess we're tired of the spam tonight. All right, Philip, you gotta chill then. Chat says not tonight. Chat's not with it. So you gotta chill, Philip. Bob says, yeah, Texas and Florida don't care. Yeah, pretty on par with that one. All right, so let's talk about this show here for a little bit. But before we get there, if you're here and you haven't already subscribed, which you should be, you really should be, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. 2,000. Not too bad. We're making some great progress here. Also, make sure to hit that thumbs up button on the video. Super chats are open as always, and I unlocked memberships. How exciting. You can now join the channel. You can sign up for a membership. I have it set to $4.99. I'm not sure if that's an outrageous price or what. Pretty much in line with Twitch for their subscriptions. So you can sign up today for $4.99 a month to become a member. You get loyalty badges in your in the chat and in comments next to your name. They change every couple of months. I still need to change these a little bit. And you have access to emotes that no one else will have, like this one. This is my emote. This is custom. Get access to all cool stuff and things like that. There's also a members only community area and members only videos. So lots of cool things. I will have a video for the member stuff coming soon. Like I said, I was going to have it for this, but I didn't have enough time. So unfortunately, I'll have to do it tomorrow. All right. So to start off tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, they just went out and straight up announced that Bobby Lashley will be defending his WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Really? No build up, no qualifying match, no nothing. It just seems so lazy to just instantly throw this out there. I mean, I think we all pretty much knew that this was the route that everything was going to. This is pretty much like we pretty much knew, right? It was either this or you could throw Brock Lesnar into the mix. We haven't seen Brock yet, so why didn't they just have this Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre match at FASTLANE, a #1 contenders match? I don't think anyone would have been mad about that. Yeah, Sheamus, he loses, but at least he's at the top of his game. I mean, he's in the main event scene, and the match quality from Sheamus has just been incredible. It's been great. So why not have Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus in a #1 contenders match? The winner goes on to WrestleMania to face Bobby Lashley. It's just that easy. So I don't understand why some of this stuff is so difficult all the time. It's so easy. James says no real crowd equals no hype for the pay-per-view. I don't know if I wouldn't say that the crowd is the problem. I think it's the show, to be honest. I'm not hyped up for WrestleMania whatsoever. Not at all. This all seems like a backlash. Like this seems like FASTLANE Part 2. At this current time, right now, WrestleMania feels like FASTLANE Part 2. That's all. Like it's all a bunch of rematches. It's all stuff that's so uninteresting. So I don't know. Hopefully Father Rollins will bless them, because them having a real crowd, it might get a little difficult for them. They won't be able to push their own agendas anymore. Bob says, do you think that Charlotte being gone tonight has to do with Andrade asking for his release? No, I don't think so. I believe WWE posted something about her being in a new like Walking Tall movie, a remake of the Walking Tall movie or something in a series. So I don't think so. Peyton Royce wasn't on the show either, even though she was on Raw Talk last week and gave a really good promo, made it seem like she was going to be inserted into the title picture, and then just nowhere to be found, nowhere to be seen. Safa says Walter is probably happening because Jordan Devlin is returning this week, so it's easy for Walter to return too. Also, they removed Walter from the NXT UK shows, and Ciampa mentioned him. Cool. I'm totally down to see that. Totally down. I think Ciampa versus Walter would be incredible. Alex says, I think it is time to ask, where's Keith Lee? I don't know, man. It's a shame. I have no idea where Keith Lee is. I'm not sure if it's personal problems. I'm not sure what it is, but I wish him the best, and I miss him. We miss him on TV. Andre says, why didn't they wait for after Fastlane? We wait till now. One more week wouldn't hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. They could have just announced this on Sunday. Would have worked perfectly fine. James says, shame that Jeff Hardy wasn't there tonight. Yeah, no Jeff. Yep. Jonathan says, is Rhea coming before or after WrestleMania? I would hope that she's coming before. Maybe she'll make a debut at Fastlane, or maybe the Raw after Fastlane, perhaps. Van says, sometimes WWE looks like a dark place. You say something you want and then you disappear for months. Yeah. It's crazy to think how many extremely talented people are just sitting by doing nothing in WWE right now. Bob says, I miss Keith Lee, Aleister Black, and Andrade. Yep. And Murphy was just sitting by doing nothing as well. They just randomly brought him back and threw him back with Rollins again for no reason. I thought the whole thing of that was to build up Murphy as well, to get him by himself. So, James says, but it said coming soon instead of next week. You're right. Well, they're running out of time. Andre says Ricochet as well. Yep. Ricochet is one of those guys as well. There's a ton of them. It's crazy. It's so crazy. I don't get it whatsoever. So the beginning of the show opened up with a promo here. Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. The Miz ended up getting involved in it as well. The Miz wanted another WWE Championship opportunity against Bobby Lashley, and thank God they did not do that. That is literally, I think I literally would have just turned my TV off if that happened. I think I would have been done. I probably would have just finished watching AEW Dark Elevation and just called it. Leroy says Sheamus is like what Shawn Michaels was in 2000s, the veteran that puts on great matches. Sheamus is killing it. He really is. Sheamus is absolutely killing it. Philip, you gotta relax. Gotta relax on the spamming. I don't want to have to time you out, Philip. I don't want to have to do it. Anthony says Miz off. Yes. Yeah. Van says, AOW, please do me a favor and watch Mustafa Ali versus Buddy Murphy in a no DQ match at 205 Live, 3rd of July. I think I've watched that. Pretty sure I saw that. I believe so. Bob says, Raw has 3 teams. Hurt Business, Lucha House Party, and the New Day. Well, now they got AJ Styles and Omos. Now they got a 4th. Obi James says Miz kind of has go away heat at this point. Pretty much, man. Like, it's not good. It's sad, really. It's really sad. I hate it. Alex says, since it's Shane versus Braun at Fastlane, does that mean we are getting Shane versus everyone's favorite, not so favorite authority figure, Adam Pearce at Mania? I would expect them to run it back. I would definitely expect to see Shane versus Braun 2, 3, I guess, at this point. James says, if you don't want to see AJ Styles versus and Omos versus New Day and a bunch of rematches at WrestleMania, give me a hell no. Yeah, I mean, I get that AJ Styles wants to enter the tag team division. I'm not quite sure that this was the way to do it. And especially with Omos, since he hasn't done anything. He hasn't been in any matches. So it's just kind of weird. Father Rollins says, AOW, I am here and I will do my best to bless you with a good Mania. Bless you, Father Rollins. We greatly appreciate that. I know that you're going to have a lot of work cut out for you. And I mean a lot of work cut out for you. Lots. All right. So, opening segment, it wasn't the worst thing in the world. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but certainly not enjoyable. I'm ready for most of this stuff to go away. I don't want to see Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. It's not the match that I want to see. I want to see Bobby Lashley versus bearded Brock Lesnar. That's the match that I want. I think that match is best for business, and I think it's obvious. This is the one time that everyone wants Brock Lesnar to come back to the company, and they don't have him. But oh, God forbid, if you have someone who's on top of the world and you don't want anything to happen to them, they bring him right in for him to squash him. Like, come on, bring in Brock, let Bobby Lashley get a huge win and retain his WWE Championship against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Now's the time. It doesn't get any better than this. Marcel says Drew versus The Miz 1 million. The way they announced it was so bad. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Everything's so lazy. And I don't know why there's so many people behind this TV show that there's no need for it to be so lazy. And yes, you can argue that, like, okay, the creative team, they booked an amazing show and then Vince just comes in and rips it to shreds and then just makes it in 5 minutes. I mean, I guess you could make that argument, but like, are they really coming up with great shows? Or is it just some other crap too? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's all a disaster. Like, every single thing there is just a mess right now. We need a complete, like, I was fine with it being at Royal Rumble. I was fine with them saying, like, hey, everything is shit. We know it's shit. We're sorry. We're working on it. The Royal Rumble is going to be a reset. And it never happened. And I have no faith to be like, okay, well, you know what? Let WWE just do whatever the hell they want. And then we'll get through WrestleMania. And then the next season will start and we'll go from there and everything will be all peachy. But I have no faith anymore. I really don't. It just kind of is what it is. Like, it's a shitty turd platter. That's what these shows are all the time. Just shit. It's so frustrating. Safa says, what about Bobby Lashley versus unbearded Brock Lesnar? Also good for business. Good for business. Gil says Brock is not coming back, folks. I wish that wasn't true. I wish it wasn't. Andre says Big E versus Apollo rematch at Mania. If not, who is Big E facing? I don't know, man. If we have Big E versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental Championship again, like, damn. Like, almost every single one of Big E's championship defenses is against Apollo. It's time for Apollo to chill. Like, do your own Nigerian prince gimmick shit. Like, cool, we get it. We like it. I don't like the accent, but the rest of it, I'm cool with, right? Just don't do it in the Intercontinental Championship picture. Do something else. Why not just build him up and then later on give him that WrestleMania match. Why do you have to keep doing this every single week? We're going to see 4 or 5 more weeks of Apollo and Big E. No thanks. That's a big no thanks. And that's why I tell everyone all the time. Because I'm like, look, yes, what was it, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, where Drew McIntyre and Sheamus had that big match on Raw? I think it opened up the show. Yes, it was a fantastic match. I'm not disagreeing with anyone. All I'm saying is that that match should have happened at FASTLANE. It would have been special. It would have made everything make more sense. And now they've clashed so much that it doesn't feel special. And I wish that other people would like kind of see that and get behind that, because it seems like some people don't really necessarily care, which is unfortunate. And yeah, they can still put on a good match and stuff like that. And that's fine. And they probably will, but it's really not as special as it should be, because it should be fresh and it should be a big deal. Anthony says, by this time, get Apollo off my TV. I mean, that's how I feel like for the most part. When I see something over and over and over and over again, it's just like, I'm so done. I'm so done. Let's see here. Marcel says, I feel like the people that like Raw view wrestling way different to like AEW, New Japan, etc. Yeah, I would be very interested to have like an actual conversation with someone who enjoys Monday Night Raw, to kind of feel like what they like and what they dislike about it, and kind of see where they're coming from. You would have to attack it with numbers, though. You would have to be like, okay, so yeah, I liked Damian Priest beating up Elias, but it's like, or Jackson Riker, but it's like, okay, well, he kind of had his thing with Elias before, and then like Angel Garza, like he's not really doing anything, just being around Bad Bunny, which is cool. I don't think they've ruined Damian Priest whatsoever. I think he's fine, but it's uninteresting. That's for sure. Marcel says Meltzer called the gimmick racist and got absolutely shit on. People like that Apollo gimmick, man. Tons of people shit on me just for not liking the accent. I like the gimmick. I have no problems with the gimmick whatsoever. I just don't like the accent. I think it's weird. I think that, I mean, I don't know, maybe this is me because I don't have these struggles. So maybe someone else can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like someone just saying that they've hid their accent for years because someone asked them if they rode a lion to school. I feel like that's a stretch. I feel like that's a huge stretch. And like, if you would have introduced Apollo as this character, I don't think I would have minded. But seeing him just like randomly just turn it on, I felt like that was really, really weird. So if any of you in here have any sort of accent and you maybe just turn it off or something, like, please let me know. Am I being ignorant? Am I dumb? I'm certainly not perfect. So, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's so weird. It's so weird. Van says, can you believe that one tweet from Dave Meltzer created a whole awesome company? What was the tweet? Bob says, Apollo did a reverse Kofi. Yeah, right. Marcel says, okay, this is a quote from someone that loved the show tonight. Got a lot of likes. Okay. Obi James says, the thing is, Apollo is from Sacramento, not Nigeria. Yeah, that's my point. Like, it's weird, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. It's really weird to me. But I don't have an accent, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. So, moving on with the actual episode of Monday Night Raw. God, I'm trying to find it all in the midst of all of this AEW dark stuff is crazy. Okay, so first match of the night was Drew McIntyre taking on The Miz. once again. Drew McIntyre beat the hell out of The Miz as well. It was pretty cool. Didn't mind this match whatsoever. And the thing that I really liked about this was Drew McIntyre hit The Miz with a Claymore kick, and then he was like, nah, bro, it's not over. It's not over. We're not done here just yet. Picked him up. I believe he pointed to the WrestleMania sign, and then he put him in the Hurt Lock. Made him tap out. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love seeing someone steal someone else's finishers, signatures. I love that, especially since Lashley was not in the match and he wasn't doing it on himself. So I thought that was on him, you know, using his own finisher on him. He was using his finisher on someone else. So I always think that that's really cool. Marcel says Ring of Honor will never get above 10,000 attendance. Oh yeah, okay. I remember that now. I remember that. Van says Dave challenged that Ring of Honor can get 10,000 tickets, and then Cody Rhodes said challenge accepted, Dave. And then the pay-per-view All In debuted, and guess who was in the crowd? Tony Khan. Man, I wish I would have gone. I really, really, really wish. We had the opportunity to go, and I just was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Would have been so good. James says, what if Ring of Honor partnered with WWE? I don't see WWE partnering with anyone, ever. They're too big. And WWE's like, their partnering is like absorbing someone. So they partnered with Evolve, and then like a month later, they just absorbed them, and then they were gone. And they took Austin Theory. Anthony says, I feel like everyone can be in the title picture if they had a good build up besides Humberto. Yep. Pretty much. He's banned. He's banned from any sort of titles. Van says, and Tony Khan speaks to Kenny, Cody, and hey, there you have it. All Elite Wrestling. The best wrestling show today. I agree. I like it. Bob Holly says, can I provide you a bold prediction? It will be about 5 comments long. Sure. Go for it, man. I'll read them. Go to town. James says, can we get some woos for 316 day tomorrow? Sure. I'll give you 3 woos for 316 day. Woo! In their entirety. Woo! Woo! There we go. Marcel says, can I send the quote to the person who praised you on Insta? Yeah, of course. Of course, my friend. I'll read it in just a second here. Yada, yada, yada. Bad Bunny won a Grammy for Best Latin Pop Album of the Year. Worst Photoshop job I've ever seen in my life. Next up, speaking of one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, was another segment here with Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. Braun Strowman just being angry the entire time. And Shane McMahon just saying, you are stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. They have this man's Shane McMahon out there playing hopscotch. Okay? Why? Who thought of that? Who thought that, like, okay, we're going to have this segment here where Shane McMahon is telling Braun Strowman that he's stupid, but also at the same time, he's going to be playing hopscotch, and he's going to tell Braun Strowman that he can learn how to count? What? This literally felt like a televised argument between like 5-year-olds. The only thing missing here was like a your mom's fat type deal. Everything else was like right on par. And I just don't understand. What I do understand is that Shane McMahon is supposed to be super annoying. He's supposed to be doing exactly what he's doing. This is somehow supposed to make us hate Shane McMahon and love Braun Strowman. But not all of us think so one-dimensionally. You can like both of them. You cannot like one of them. You could hate both of them. So who's telling me that Shane being super annoying is supposed to make me like Braun Strowman? Because that's not how this works. That's not how this works for me whatsoever here. I literally cannot stand Shane McMahon. I can't stand him. I couldn't stand him before. I couldn't stand the whole Raw Underground stuff. Like, all of that stuff was such trash. I hated it so much. And now seeing him here again, it just makes me like just so frustrated. Like, I just want to turn the show off. That's how bad it is. This is not like, oh damn, Shane McMahon, he's killing Braun Strowman. He's calling him stupid. This is so good, man. Like, Shane McMahon is the ultimate heel. Crazy. No, this is like, get this guy off of my TV forever. I can't stand it anymore. I'm about to turn off my TV. Two completely different things. And we're supposed to watch this until WrestleMania? Jesus, man. Obi James says, this feud is like two kids fighting on the playground. Who wrote this shit? Yeah, man. Like, I don't get it. Philip, no, I told you, man. You can't spam tonight. No spams. So I got to put you in timeout. If it works. Or there we go. There we go. Marcel says sent it. Okay. Let me log on here. Oh, okay. So this is a quote from someone who enjoyed the show on Twitter, I believe is what Marcel said. So it says, fucking finally. Seems it took realizing they're a month out from Mania to get Raw into gear. But by gum, they did it. Never heard that before. Main event scene is lively. I disagree. Priest and Bunny's build as they come to clash with Miz and Morrison has been good. Disagree. Asuka got reheated and then some with a great use of real life circumstances. I agree with this one. Yes. We got a hell of a tag title match for Mania. I disagree. We did get a hell of a tag title match tonight, though. They killed it out there. And then the action in between was brilliant. Very pleased with this week's show overall. I disagree. I disagree completely. Main event scene is lively. How? There's 3 people in it. How do you have a lively... Oh, this is from Reddit. Reddit, okay. How do you have a lively main event scene with 3 people in it? And one of those people hasn't won a match in forever. I'm terrified to look to see what Sheamus's win-loss record looks like. It's probably terrible. Sheamus. Let's take a look. King Sheamus. No, just regular Sheamus, please. So Sheamus has had 11 matches so far in 2021. He is 5-5 and has had 1 draw. So he is split evenly. I forgot they had that draw. Obi James says, what was with the slime? I know the Kids' Choice Awards was on Saturday, but come on. Yeah, the slime was weird too. Slime was really weird. But yeah, I would not call that a lively scene whatsoever. You have Bobby Lashley and you have Drew McIntyre. The rest of them, everyone else on Monday Night Raw is ice cold, except maybe AJ Styles, but he's not in that main event scene either, so it don't matter. James says the 24/7 title is irrelevant to the Dirt Sheet versus Priest and Bunny storyline. Correct. Okay, so we'll see with this 6 comments from Bob Holly here. So my bold prediction before this was announced was going to be at FASTLANE. Charlotte beats Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. But after the match, she stares at the title for like a solid 5 minutes. She leaves the belt in the ring, walks off, and vacates the title. Meanwhile, main event of FASTLANE is Miz versus Lashley versus McIntyre for the title. Mid-match, Sheamus interferes. He starts beating the absolute hell out of Drew and drags him backstage to continue the assault. The match continues. Lashley closing in. A Hurt Lock is applied. All of a sudden, Brock's music hits. Lashley is distracted, throws Miz to the side. Brock walks to the ring. Lashley gets rolled up 1, 2, 3. New champ, The Miz. Mania is set up with Drew Carey? With Drew, Sheamus, Brock, and Lashley. But who will Miz fight? Monday Night Raw on Miz TV. Who arrives? The Queen. She wants more. Charlotte calls out Miz. Gender barriers broken at Mania with the first female WWE champion. No way. I'm sorry. I will never in this lifetime accept Charlotte Flair as a WWE champion. I can't do it. There's no way. There's no way. Nope. Nope. Why is my thing all dim, by the way? Marcel says, by the way, Layla is all elite. Yes, I'm very excited for that. I need to post that. I like Layla Hirsch a lot. I think she has a lot of talent. Marcel says, the scenes if Charlotte wins the title, yeah, I would never watch again. I'd be so pissed. That's not something that I'd be interested in seeing. Maybe if the time was right, you know, if she wasn't always booked the way that she was and stuff like that, maybe I could see that being a possibility, but not in today's landscape. There's just no way. Obi James says, I'm going to call it night. Have a good night. Thank you, man, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I really do. Hope to see you on Wednesday for one of the final episodes of the Wednesday Night Wars. We're getting very close. Marcel says, fuck this job, AOWE. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Ayan says, AOW Asuka attack was good tonight. I mean, that's the type of Asuka we want. Do you agree? Yes, I 100% agree. I was not a fan of the match, but afterwards, yes. Hell yes. Bob Holly says, fine. Then how about Kane versus The Undertaker in a bra and panties match? Now you're cooking with gas, my friend. Now you're cooking with gas. I would love to see that. Maybe cinematic as well. You know, cinematic would be great. Anthony says, if I feel like the first hour of Raw was good, but the last two were not good. That pretty much is typical. Raw usually has like one good hour, one decent hour, and then the other two are just garbage. Van says, Kenny Omega's theme, Battle Cry, is very addictive. Oh man, I wish he still had his old theme. I miss that. His cleaner music, it's so epic. I love it so much. All right, I got 25 minutes here. I gotta get through the rest of the show. Let's do this. All right, next up backstage, we had R-Truth celebrating 316 Day just a little bit too early. This was good. I liked R-Truth as Stone Cold. I thought it was a lot of fun, and it was funny. And man, I really want one of those Broken Skull IPAs. I would love to try one, but I don't think they have them here in Oregon. Anyways, they told us the next up we would see Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose taking on Lana and Naomi in a tag match. Oof. Van says Raw is fine and so is AOW. I am fine. I don't know if I could say the same about Raw though. I don't know if Raw fits on that one. So I had no clue what happened in this match whatsoever. I was not paying attention to it whatsoever. And how could you? Maki Ito was on your TV, the main event of AEW Dark Elevation. So I don't know what the finish was. I don't know how it went down, but Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose ended up getting the win over Lana and Naomi. And on commentary, they were saying that they have their eyes set on the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. So not really hard to get a championship shot considering there's only like 4 tag teams in the entire women's tag team division. So wouldn't be surprised to see this coming up. I have no clue what they're going to do at WrestleMania for them. No clue. James to Paul, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for joining in on chat. Anthony says, why does Mandy look like Velma from Scooby-Doo? Does she? I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't see the comparison. Ayan says they are just rushing things because they do not have time left. That's awful. Couldn't agree more. We're running out of time. The road to WrestleMania is coming to an end. Coming to an end. Not much longer. Next up, we had a very, very good tag team match here. We had Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin defending their Raw Tag Team Championships against the New Day. Anthony says it's the short hair. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I could see the hairstyle resemblance. Yeah, I could see that. This match was really good. Man, I cannot believe that they took the tag titles off the Hurt Business. Why? They couldn't. AJ Styles and Omos could not challenge the Hurt Business for the titles. They really felt like it had to be on the New Day. Or is this like a sort of like, oh, the Hurt Business is heels, so we have to like put them on the New Day so that they can feud with heel AJ Styles and Omos? And like, I would make the argument that the Hurt Business is not really even heels. They're kind of like faces, to be honest. So I don't know. I'm never a fan of this. I'm never a fan of hot-shotting titles whatsoever. Like the New Day, they're now 11-time tag team champions, so cool for them. Like, I'm excited. They've achieved a lot. They're one of my favorite tag teams, especially if we're just strictly talking WWE. But I don't know. It's so unnecessary. Like, it's so unneeded. And you've had AJ Styles protected for so long for this? To put him in a tag team match against the New Day? Was this made 10 minutes before the show went on air? Because I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Marcel says, I don't know if this counts as a spoiler, but the leaker of the AEW results said he wasn't going to spoil the Lights Out women's match because it is a must-see and too good to be spoiled. They had standing ovation. I have heard that match is incredible. I'm very excited for it. I cannot wait to see it on Wednesday. And they deserve that main event. It's going to be a good one. An absolute good one. Anthony says Her Business are just bullies, not heels. Big difference. Yeah, I mean, I guess they do bully. You're right. JBLJ says if only Finn Balor was teaming with Styles for the tag titles. Yes, that would be so good. Finn Balor and Styles. Hell yeah. That's kind of what I was hoping too, is that, you know, like Finn would go to TakeOver night 1 or 2, drop the title to Cross, leave NXT, come back to Raw, I guess it would be. So AJ Styles and Finn Balor on Raw, challenging for the Raw Tag Team Championships. I'd be totally down to see that. But AJ Styles and Omos just doesn't really mesh very well for me as a tag team. It's just weird. Marcel says, yes, they got a standing ovation after the show was over taping. I hope you didn't hear one of the other results from AEW show. It's going to piss you and everyone off. I haven't looked at them, no. I haven't heard any of them. Not yet. Van says, look, I know how big of a deal it is to be a Grand Slam champion, but what matters the most is how you got it. Yeah, they really don't care. They really don't. They just kind of are putting these things into place with no meaning, no story or anything. And then like, I think the thing that's the worst about all of this is that when we're out here, someone like me or even you guys, if you do the same thing where you're trying to criticize a show that you love, you're not necessarily trying to like just outright talk shit about it, but you're kind of like going over the things that frustrate you, the things that don't make sense, like where you feel like these shows go wrong. And you have this segment here where you have AJ Styles and Omos just coming out after a Flames tag team championship match with the New Day winning, and all of a sudden AJ Styles and Omos are just in the tag team division, and all of a sudden they're just challenging for the titles. And you say like, hey, this makes absolutely no sense. And everyone just forgives it because they're like, hey, you know what? Well, AJ Styles is going to be a Grand Slam champion now. And it's like, come on. Philip says, core picture. No, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. You stop spamming because I make you stop spamming. And then maybe I'll reward you for it. Maybe I'll reward you for it. Vane says, remember at the 2017 Royal Rumble when John Cena won, most of Cena haters were suddenly okay with it as he got it after a 5-star classic match. Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know. It's just so frustrating that people are just like, oh, well, who cares? Because this is a fresh match. And it's like, yeah, but it makes no sense. Why? I mean, I guess, yeah, why? The why is because he wants to be a Grand Slam champion, but I don't know. Marcel says, AOW, I sent you another text from another WWE fan that hates the Mania build. See what you think, if you want to read it. Sure, I'll read it. Oh, this one's a little bit bigger. Okay. So this is another thing that Marcel sent me. I'll read it here. It says, seriously, what the fuck is this build for Mania? It's your biggest show of the year. The first time back having fans. It's going to be 2 nights and all the buildup is terrible. How are they even going to fill 2 nights? Lashley versus Drew for no reason and announced with no reason. I agree. Edge versus Roman, which I highly doubt Roman would lose. I agree, but to expand on this, it kind of seems like they might add Daniel Bryan to that match. If that's the case, I would assume that Edge would beat Daniel Bryan. And if that's the route they're going to go, I think that's terrible. Do not take the Universal Championship off of Roman Reigns at any cost. Do not do it. AJ and Omos versus the New Day. 0 reason and 0 build. I agree with this. Belair versus Sasha. Again, like no build, it's all been focused on Reginald and the tag titles. I completely agree with this one. Assumed Bad Bunny and Priest versus The Miz and John Morrison, and The Fiend versus Orton and Shane versus Strowman. Not interested. Currently nothing for Intercontinental United States Raw Women's or Women's Tag Teams. Fastlane is this Sunday, and there's only 3 weeks till WrestleMania. That's 7 matches for 2 nights. It's brutal. It's really brutal. It is. And you know, I'm really sad because I really wanted Bianca Belair to win the Royal Rumble. And I really wanted her to pick Sasha Banks. I feel like that match was just so big. I felt like it was huge, main event worthy. But the build has just completely ruined it for me. Sure, maybe they'll have a fantastic match at WrestleMania. Maybe they'll prove everyone wrong. But man, the build for it has just been so bad. Like, why are they working together? Them working together doesn't make any sense. Why are they challenging for tag titles? Why are they both losing? Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair are losing. So not only are you having your champion lose, but you're having the challenger lose as well. So like, who cares when we actually see this match? It's wild to me. Absolutely wild. Like, I just don't understand what goes through their minds. Like, oh, we're gonna tease like the dissension between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair because they can't get along in a tag team match, so they're gonna lose. But it's like they have no reason to get along. What benefit do Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair have teaming up with each other and winning? They don't. Like, I guess they could have won the tag team championships, but who cares? Bianca Belair won the Women's Royal Rumble to become the SmackDown Women's Champion, not tag team champion with Sasha Banks. So none of this matters. It's all completely irrelevant. And Reginald's involved in everything. Big Oof is involved in everything. Like, I don't know. God damn it. I don't know. And on top of all of that, we have Sasha Banks versus Big Oof on Friday Night SmackDown for the SmackDown Women's Championship. How is that going to go? Not very well, obviously. But Jesus. Ugh, man, I just cannot stop yawning. Punk says someone says WWE is going to copy AEW Explosion match for the Fiend and Orton. I would doubt that. I don't even know if they can do anything crazy because there's going to be a live audience there. Unless they're going to do just a complete cinematic match for that. Van says Roman shouldn't lose at all WrestleMania 37. That will just break the momentum. Yeah, and it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense why you would fight so hard to get someone on top for so long. And, you know, we had to endure so much crap all of this time for Vince trying to push Roman, Vince trying to make Roman the world champion, trying to put him on top, trying to have him win everything. We're finally here. Roman Reigns is incredible, on top of his game. One of the best things about the entire company. Certainly one of the best things about SmackDown. Don't tell me that you're considering taking the Universal Championship off of him. For the love of God, don't tell me that's an option. That's wild. Like, that's crazy. And to me, it doesn't matter if you put in Daniel Bryan and you have Edge beat Bryan. Roman Reigns still lost. He still loses his Universal Championship. Like, damn. Damn, that's crazy. Although, there has been some rumors from fans. I don't think there's any credibility behind this, but there's a lot of people wishing that this would happen. So, I will say, if this becomes a triple threat, Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan for the Universal Championship, and Edge beats Daniel Bryan to become the new Universal Champion, I will forgive him, and I will forgive all of this if they do one thing. All you have to do, Edge, is change that Universal Championship from that ugly ass blue strapped toy back into the most beautiful championship in the world. The World Heavyweight Championship. If Edge can bring that back, all is well. All is well in the world. That belt is beautiful. One of my favorites of all time. So I would love to see that back. That is what a world championship looks like. And if Roman is going to take it back from Edge, which I would assume would happen, Roman being the world heavyweight champion, I think that belt would look fantastic on him as well. So I kind of think it's a win-win. Plus, get this. Who else is on SmackDown? Cesaro. Cesaro's on SmackDown. And you're lying. If you tell me otherwise, you're lying. Cesaro with the World Heavyweight Championship over his shoulder? Bro, come on. That's like a dream come true. That would be, oh my God, that would be so incredible to see that. Cesaro with the World Heavyweight Championship across his shoulder, man. Sign me up. Sign me up today. If that is an outcome that can possibly happen, Edge can beat Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania all day. I couldn't care less. All I want is that World Heavyweight Championship. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me. JVO just says, I'm hoping Roman retains so the bloodline can look strong. Yeah, we need to see Jimmy. We need to see Jimmy, man. Rocco says, I think a triple threat is worse than Roman losing because there's going to end up flipping titles. Yeah, but oh man, for that universe or that World Heavyweight Championship. Oof, it's all worth it. It's all worth it to me. Rocco also says Edge will win and then lose it to Roman in a month. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Anthony says the World Heavyweight Championship is
Such good shit.
and I agree. Rocco says, did you know when Cody brought back the white strap Intercontinental title in 2013, he had to pay for it because Vince didn't want old titles back? Really? That's dumb. I like that title. It's beautiful. Basili says, that's my all-time favorite championship belt to AEW. The World Heavyweight Championship was always so beautiful. It is, man. It's like, why did World Championships change from WWE? Like, big, chunky, thick boys that are gold. Yes. That just screams to me a world champion. Like, a blue strap with the WWE logo on it. Like, okay. Like, whatever. That's not like a world championship to me. There's a reason why like people love the AEW World Championship and why they love like the IWGP United States, heavyweight Intercontinental Championships. They're just big, thick, chunky gold boys. Like, it's so good. Jan says, AEW, bye, man. I gotta go, but before I can do, yeah, I got you. Ayan is headed out because he is going to the moon. There you go, my friend. Have a good rest of your night. Marcel says the AEW title is arguably the best looking title today. I would agree. It's huge. It's massive and gold. Like, that's a dream come true, man. Vance says, look, even if Roman loses by Edge pinning Bryan, that is just going to be a disappointment for me. Even if Edge gets the gold championship back. Yeah, I could see that. James says, I have to leave. My Wi-Fi is being cuckoo. Well, sorry to hear about that, man. But hopefully your Wi-Fi gets together soon, and it was a pleasure chatting with you. Hope you have a good rest of your night. JVOJ says Cena versus Orton at TLC happened. That's why, honestly, they never should have unified the titles. Yeah, why would you ever get rid of that? It's just so beautiful. It's the best. Vance says that gold championship coming back is just speculation from a fan that went viral. It's not a rumor. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's actually real, but if that were to happen, oh, yes. That'd be so good. Marcel says, did you see that WWE sent a survey to WWE fans about if they watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or AEW? I did not. Usually my fiance gets those fan council things. She usually gets them. She got one, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago. That was similar, asking about the shows and if you watched them. It didn't have any mention of AEW though on hers. What did they say on this one? Rocco says, my idea was that Roman beats Edge, and he can become the SmackDown Legend Killer and beat faces of SmackDown like Rock at Mania 38 and become face of SmackDown and bring back the big gold. Sure. I'm down for that. I really want to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns. That'd be so good. Rocco also says, in my opinion, the TNT title with the red strap is the best looking title today. I'm not sure why that title got so much hate. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think that there was some stuff to be desired in the middle plate area that was just kind of blank. But I mean, I get what they were going for, but I liked it. I like the red strap, but I like the black strap too. Black strap looks nice. Marcel says, this asked you if you ever heard about AEW Dynamite or Dark and if you watched it. That's crazy. Kind of a interesting, like, it's kind of a risky thing to send out to ask people if they heard about it, because if you don't want people to watch it, then you're essentially telling them about it. So like, I always like, some people may or may not understand this. I would assume that most people probably do, but you always have those things like, especially like for me, when you have, like, I'm a big hip hop fan. So like when you have rap beefs for people, you typically, usually you have like that smaller guy that's taking shots at someone that's like really large, and the large guy never replies back, right? So In this instance, you would have WWE just taking shots from AEW, right? Just taking shots. WWE, it would be in their best interest to not reply or not to mention AEW for the sake of them taking their fan base over to AEW. So I would assume that a normal person who watches Raw maybe does not watch AEW or is not aware of Dynamite or anything like that. So if WWE is like, hey, look at those scrubs over on Wednesday on Dynamite at 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever, then, you know, maybe their audience is going to tune in and be like, oh, hey, this is different. I actually like this. So it's kind of weird to actually hear them mention that. Punk says, I love the Spinner United States title. Those were not for me, for sure. I was never a fan of the Spinner WWE Championship. Anthony says, I wish we could have had The Fiend versus The Undertaker. Me too. That would have been a really, really, really good cinematic match for sure. Undertaker and Sting as well. Leon says, okay, good news. I'm back and I'm here till the end. Cool. Glad to have you back. We'll be here for a couple more minutes here. We are about the 2-hour mark, so I'll need to rush through the rest of this here. Vance says, you know, Vince didn't know that WWE fans used to watch TNA, and that's why AJ got a pop at debut as he was at the Mount Rushmore of TNA. Yeah, I think it's pretty dumb to not assume that your audience isn't aware of people. I think you should be somewhat conscious of that. AEW did really, really, really bad about that at the beginning. You know, I remember them teasing Wardlow. I believe that was at Double or Nothing. And I don't know if that was necessarily just to like hype you up about this new guy that was coming. But I don't think anyone really knew who Wardlow was. And same thing with Evil Uno and Stu Grayson when they made their debut at Dynamite. No one really knew who they were or anything like that. So it was kind of like, what's the word? It just wasn't exciting. It was just more of like, who are these dudes? Like, what are they doing here? Kind of like, it wasn't a huge reveal that it should have been. It just felt flat, kind of. And look at how far they've come, by the way. It's crazy. Stone Cold says it's 316 day. I can get a hell yeah now. Hell yeah, OW, or hell yeah, Stone Cold. Lackluster, yeah, lackluster would be good. Rocco says, I'm still so mad Brody Lee and Matt Hardy never got that huge pop they should have. Yeah, that sucks. It sucks a lot. And like still, like to this day, we're still not really having that many fans. That was a crazy episode of Dynamite with Matt Hardy and Brody. Man, rest in peace, Brody. Brody was incredible. All right. Let's rush through the rest of this here. Bad Bunny in a backstage segment here, R-Truth 316, if you want to call him that, was carrying around a Stone Cold Steve Austin replica WWE Championship and like a little plushie and a lunch pail and stuff like that and a Broken Skull IPA. He ended up giving all of this stuff to Bad Bunny, and Bad Bunny says that he respects the business, and he ended up giving back the 24/7 championship. So R-Truth has now got his baby back, and he is the new 24/7 champion. So you can expect seeing all of that childish bullshit on your screen every single Monday once again. How exciting. Punk says, I want Brody Lee to get a Warrior Award in the Hall of Fame. Me too, and Shad as well. I want both of them to get one. They both deserve it, if you ask me. Ayan says, AOW, this week's SmackDown, there was a stare down between Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. So do you think they could have a match or something? Yeah, I would assume so. Maybe have Rollins and Nakamura at FASTLANE and Rollins and Cesaro at WrestleMania. Hell, maybe throw all three of them together at WrestleMania. Why not? Rocco says it sucks because Brody really wanted to wrestle in front of AEW crowds and he never got to. Yeah, it's a huge shame. It's a huge shame. Brody was awesome. Absolutely amazing. I just still can't believe that happened. And like how much of an impact it had. Like that was just crazy. Next up here, we had a match. Damian Priest taking on Jackson Riker. This was a squash match. He got just destroyed. Just destroyed. Afterwards, John Morrison started making his way to the ring here, who was distracting Priest and Bad Bunny. The Miz came in, grabbed Elias's guitar, and hit Bad Bunny over the back with it. Looked pretty brutal. Guitar did not break, so ouch. Van says, hey, Shinsuke isn't happy, by the way. New Japan is waiting, though. I would love to see Shinsuke Nakamura leave. I really don't feel like they've booked him the way that they should have. Rocco says, I can't tell it messed up so much booking because they had huge plans for Hangman and Brody and Dustin Rhodes and the Dark Order. Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot, man. Mayan says, I think best way was to vacate the championship from Bad Bunny because if he would lose it, so someone would be kind of disrespect. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know why they didn't just have. So right after this segment, they had Bad Bunny get smashed in the back with a guitar. Why couldn't R-Truth just have pinned him after that? Right? That would have made sense. That would have fit with everything. I don't think that would have taken anything away from Bad Bunny, but he's not even a wrestler. So, like, there's nothing to take away from that. So next up was another... Oh, actually, my apologies. This wasn't a segment. This was a match between Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman, but it never actually happened. Shane McMahon was doing the hopscotch crap that I was talking about earlier on in the show, and he ended up hitting Braun Strowman with one of the cameras and was able to get the advantage here and put him through the table in typical Shane McMahon fashion. He laid him on top of the commentary table, went up to the top rope, and leaped all the way off of it and down through the table. Pretty cool, but pretty standard Shane McMahon thing that we have seen for the past 20 years. Now, this is where things get weird. While Braun Strowman is down, Shane McMahon lifts up the ring apron and grabs a bucket of what appears to be green slime or green paint. Something along those lines. It more so looks like slime. Something that you would have seen as a kid from Nickelodeon. If you've ever seen those Nickelodeon slime, that's pretty much what it looked like. Once he poured the first bucket on him, he went and got another bucket, dumped that on him as well, and then threw the bucket at him, and then dipped out. So this is continuing, and they made it official that Braun Strowman will take on Shane McMahon in a match at FASTLANE. So you could expect this to have some weird hokey ending as well, I would assume. And then picture it happening again at WrestleMania. Anthony says Shane got the slime on Braun's beard. Why? Yes, his poor beard. Oh no. Danny says, where has Rude and Ziggler been lately? I'm not sure, man. I am not sure. Van says Bad Bunny is a pure soul. He wins the championship from you and then returns it. What a sweetheart, right? Jan says this man Bad Bunny just won a Grammy yesterday and now he's being hit by a guitar. What a crazy life, right? Danny says, what is the green stuff Shane poured on Braun? I have no idea. I would assume some sort of slime. That would be my best guess. Jan also says Braun Strowman has a different kind of relationship with slime. First with the Miz and Morrison thing back in June and now today. Oh, you're right. But that hit Kayla Braxton though, didn't it? That didn't actually hit Braun. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Next up, we saw Alexa Bliss in her playground where she says that if Randy Orton wants her to stop bothering him, then he has to make her. So she essentially challenged Randy Orton to a one-on-one match at FASTLANE. Okay. Which he later accepted. And it was made official as well. So we're getting an intergender match at FASTLANE. Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss. I would hope and I would assume that this is when The Fiend makes his return. It's It's time. It's long overdue at this point. It is time to put The Fiend back on WWE TV. And I hope that they don't do it in a way where it's like, okay, you're going to get Firefly Funhouse, Bray Wyatt for 2 weeks and all this other stuff. Like, it's time to just get with the shits. Like, it's time. The fun and games are over. This has been stretched on for way too long. And I'm personally, I've lost interest weeks ago. I don't really care about this. It's always the same thing over and over and over again. There's no story. There's nothing being told here. They're just literally doing anything and everything that they can to extend it to make Randy Orton take on The Fiend at WrestleMania. Now, if they just put The Fiend back on TV and he's just The Fiend like he was before, I'm going to be very upset as well. I hope that he has some sort of new mask, some sort of new appearance, maybe attire of some sorts, a new presence about him. I hope that it's just not the same Fiend, because I feel like that would just really blow. I feel like that would take away from literally everything we've been waiting for. And he was burned alive. He was burned alive. So have that Jason effect that I talk about all the time. Fiend, unstoppable monster. He gets killed, or so you thought, but he's still affected by that way. So his appearance is altered. I like it. Van says Braxton has a chance to turn savage by tweeting, "How does it feel, Braun?" Hopefully she does. She'll turn heel on us. Jan says, honestly, that Alexa Bliss horror eyeball scares me, though. Punk says, but the Fiend returns with old look or something new. Hopefully something new. Hopefully something new. Anthony says, it's time. The Fiend needs to come back. I want the Fiend to come back to my TV. The Fiend more jacked with no clothes and a new mask. Bro, if Bray Wyatt was like jacked and he just wore like pants and no shirt and a mask, that'd be crazy. That would be wild. That would be really crazy. Next up was Asuka taking on Shayna Baszler. So if you're not familiar with this, Shayna Baszler kicked Asuka in the head like 3 weeks ago and knocked out a couple of her teeth, like literally launched them out of her head. And I also believe she gave her a concussion. This match was not for me. I did not think it was good. Asuka was the one that got the win here. So it was the typical thing that they do with Shayna Baszler, right? So Shayna Baszler had Asuka in the, oh God, what does she call it? The coquina clutch. Is that what she calls it? So she had her in that. And then Asuka was able to like roll over and get on top of her and get the pin while she's still being held in the submission. Not for me. It's been done way too many times, but Asuka gets the win here. And then afterwards is where this got good. This is where this got really, really good. Asuka got super violent. She was beating the hell out of Shayna Baszler. She took the pad off of the bottom turnbuckle to reveal the little like metal ring on there. She put Shayna Baszler's like face on it, put her teeth over it, and was like trying to attack her and all this stuff. And then the stupid WWE referee made her stop and took away all of our fun because boo, you know. So this side of Asuka, this is what I want to see. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this for so long. I'm ready to see this. I'm happy that Asuka is here. And I hope that they do her justice going into WrestleMania, because they haven't before. So her title reign has been atrocious. It's been terrible this entire time. So hopefully they actually kind of justify her reign as Raw Women's Champion and they give her something meaningful to do at WrestleMania. I really hope that it does not involve her even wrestling Charlotte Flair, but if it does, I hope that she does not lose to Charlotte. Bro says, who do you think Asuka will face at Mania? I mean, if I had to guess, I would say it's either Charlotte or Shayna Baszler. As of right now, those would be my two guesses. Leroy says it's called the Kirifuda clutch. Yes, the Kirifuda clutch. Thank you. Thank you. I was close, but no cigar. Kirifuda clutch. The coquina clutch is what Brock Lesnar does, I believe. JVOJ says it should be Rhea Ripley. I feel like it's too soon, though. You would literally just have to throw Rhea Ripley in, have her have like a segment or two with Asuka and then have her win the Raw Women's Championship. I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't put it above WWE to do, but I don't know. I just don't think it fits. God, I hope that when Rhea Ripley comes, she can help kind of balance out this roster and help save it a little bit. CM Punk says no, Coquina Clutch is Samoa Joe's finisher. Well, what does Brock Lesnar do? Brock Lesnar submission. Brock Lesnar submission. Hold. What are you? Kimura. Okay. Okay. I got it. Okay, so Leroy was right. Shayna Baszler's move is called the Kirifuda Clutch. And then Ayan was right. The Coquina Clutch is done by Samoa Joe. The move that I'm thinking of is the Kimura Lock. Kimura Lock is what Brock Lesnar does. Oof. JBOJ says, yeah, you got a point, but Paige won the Divas title on her debut. You're correct. Yeah. I just hope, I mean, I'm not mad if that happens. But the Raw Women's division is just, it's so bad right now. So I hope that whatever they do, I hope that Rhea Ripley is able to help. I hope that she's able to help the division. But, you know, there's a lot of people sitting on the sidelines. Peyton Royce, I don't understand why she's not on TV. I don't understand. Especially after the fire promo that she had on Raw Talk. I really thought that would have put her on TV. So really surprised she's not. She's very talented. And what was the whole deal with splitting up Peyton Royce and Billie Kay when you're not going to use them for the things that you split them up for? Like, my head is just exploding. Jan says, remember, Peyton Royce is also in line to challenge. I don't know. Anthony says, put Royce on my TV. I agree, man. I agree so much. What is Roman Reigns' submission move name? I have no idea. Roman Reigns' submission move. The guillotine submission, I guess, is just what it's called. Yeah, I don't know. It just says guillotine. So yeah, the guillotine, I would assume, I guess. It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. It's one of those moves that like really looks like it hurts and that it would just choke you out. Fallen says, holy shit, we're still on? Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. Oh my god, it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Van says, what if Phoebe produced Raw? I bet it would still be weird, but better. Weird would 100% be the correct thing to say. It would be weird as hell. Bro says, to be fair, I remember everyone saying the Iconics suck and everyone saying they are annoying and can't wrestle, but hopefully they use Peyton. I loved the Iconics, personally, and I don't care. I thought that they were enjoyable. I enjoyed them. Fallen says, in the words of Ron Simmons, damn. Yes. Yeah. We actually do need to wrap it up because I got some work to do as well here. So next up was Matt Riddle defending his United States Championship against Mustafa Ali. This was a good match. This was some strong boy stuff going on here. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. The moves that they did here, that like swinging neck breaker or whatever it was that Ali did on Riddle from the apron to the outside of the ring. Whew. That looked brutal. Good Lord. Punk says, I said AOW keys also do damn like Flair Woo. Yes, I will. That's on my list for tomorrow. On my list of things for tomorrow. So yeah, Matt Riddle ended up getting the win here. So what happened was Matt Riddle kind of went for a roll up or a roll through more so. And when T-Bar saw that happening, he jumped on the rope to cause a distraction from the ref so he wouldn't count. But Mustafa Ali actually ended up rolling it through, so he was the one getting the pin. So he screwed him out of the pin. Then Matt Riddle was able to get the advantage and win the United States Championship. I wish that we would just be done here. It's time to break up Retribution. It seems like they're teasing it. It really, 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 really seems like they're teasing it, but I'm ready for them to just pull the trigger already. I'm really, 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 really ready for them to just pull the trigger on it, get rid of Retribution, split them up, and have them do their own things. All of those people are so talented. You saw tonight. Mustafa Ali, very talented. He's very good on promos. He's very good in the ring. He does not deserve to be in a faction, a stable, whatever the hell it is that you want to call it, like this. Undeserving. Donovan Dickhead, also very good. Look at him in NXT. Very well. This T-Bar stuff, trash. Mace, I've said this a million times. Mace rules. Keep Mace the same. His appearance is cool. Everything is really cool about Mace. I like Mace. Keep him the same, but have him like do his own thing and have him be like some tough big guy. I think that would fit really well. Slap nuts. Shane Thorne is very good as well. So why he's in the mix for here, I have no idea whatsoever. Mia Yim, Reckoning, also very good. Split them up, have them do their own things. It doesn't make any sense. You have 4 or 5 nerds here doing nothing. Split them up, fill out your show, and have more meaningful stuff going on. It's very simple. Libra says Retribution was dead on arrival. 100%. 100%. They had no chance from the beginning. From the very beginning. Jan says, AOW, on your Insta, you showed us a pic of your tweet that the nerds would turn on him, but that didn't happen. I was like, why split them up? I wish it would have. Fallon says, Retribution, a talentless group full of talented superstars. That's the best way to sum it up, pretty much. You nailed it. Stone Cold says, can you put a oh hell yeah on your soundboard? Yeah, I can consider that. Punk says, Mustafa Ali the hacker. One of the best gimmicks they had going. And then they just had him say, oh yeah, you remember the hacker? That was me. Like, bro, if you don't get out of here with this nonsense, like, come on. Bro says, if anything, keep T-Bar and Mace, stay as a tag team, and make Slapnuts and Ali single stars. I guess, but like T-Bar is just so bad. Slapnuts is pretty bad too. Like that mask is terrible. I don't know. Mace is the only one that looks cool to me. The rest of them look stupid. So I don't know. I would just get T-Bar out and Slapnuts out of those gimmicks. If you want to have Donovan Dickhead stay with Mace, like that's cool with me, but not as T-Bar. Or not as this instance of T-Bar. The dollar store Bane gimmick just is not the vibe for me. Anthony says, put Mace as a Fiend and Omos combination. Yeah, you could go that route, yeah. Vance says, since when they signed their contracts, I was like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, it made no sense. And they're just like, oh, well, we'll dethrone the company from inside. But it's like, no, you won't. No, you won't. Bro says, makes sense. I just said they should stay together because Raw needs more tag teams. Fair enough. Yeah, I can see that. For sure. Next up was the main event match. Here we had Bobby Lashley taking on Sheamus. This was a good match. Sheamus has really been delivering. He hasn't been booked that well in terms of winning feuds. You know, he lost against Jeff Hardy, lost against McIntyre, losing against Bobby Lashley. So all the big matches, he's not really winning, but the match quality is phenomenal. It's so good. Sheamus has really stepped up his game. He's really, really, really delivering. And this match was no different. Bobby Lashley looked fantastic, and Sheamus looked fantastic as well. The only thing is just I still have no interest in Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know why. I just feel like Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley is the match. Like, period. I feel like that's like period. That's like a that and that's it type deal. I don't know. Ayan says, why does Dio Madden mask and whole attire give me a Predator movie vibe? Yeah, I can kind of see that. So it's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So this match closed off here with Bobby Lashley getting the win over Sheamus here. Drew McIntyre gets into the ring. And then all of a sudden here, Sheamus gets back into the ring. He's like crawling back into the ring. And as he's doing so, he bumps into MVP, which distracts Bobby Lashley. And while that happens, Drew McIntyre hits Bobby Lashley with a Claymore kick right to the dome. After that, knocks him out of the ring. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre stand face to face before the show goes off of the air, I guess, to kind of build up for their match at FASTLANE this Sunday. Let's not forget that FASTLANE is this Sunday and that this was a go home episode before the pay-per-view. Crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. Jeremy says, I've been doing things, but I'm here. So hi, welcome, Jeremy. We're just about to end the show for the night, but good to see you at the end. Good to see you. Vance says, if Drew wins at WrestleMania, making Bobby a champion will make no sense. They just did it for ratings. Having Drew get the title back at Mania would be a huge mistake, in my opinion. I think people are kind of over Drew McIntyre. I think that he's had a really good run as WWE champion, but his feuds have been too long. Of course, this isn't his problem, by the way. His feuds have been like really extended. They've been against the same people over and over. He had a good run, and I think it's time to just close it out as that. I think it's time to be done with Drew McIntyre. So hopefully Bobby Lashley retains at WrestleMania. If not, I feel like this could be a place where people start turning on Drew McIntyre and not enjoying him as much, which I guess could be fine if that's what they wanted to do. If they wanted to get away from face Drew McIntyre and they wanted to turn him heel after WrestleMania, they could do it, but I definitely think it would be a huge mistake. It's take Bobby Lashley to the moon right now. Now's the time. Now is the perfect time. Bro says, I love Bobby's entrance. Me too, man. It's really good. It is really good. Ayan says, well, Bobby Lashley is doing good in matches, but do you think he should retain his title at WrestleMania? I think they are not going to do that because they want to give Drew his moment. I think it's a huge mistake. Like I was just saying, I think it's a huge mistake to not let Bobby Lashley retain. Drew has had his moment. Sure, it wasn't in front of fans, but you know what? He ran the company for almost an entire year during one of their hardest times of all time. The pandemic era is definitely going down as a historic moment in all of wrestling history, especially in WWE history. And Drew McIntyre helped carry that company through the pandemic, if you ask me. So I think that's a huge accomplishment. And having him win it back in front of fans, I don't feel like is nearly as important. That's just me. Anyways, that is going to do it for me tonight, guys. It's almost 2.5 hours. I got a little bit of work to do here. I got to work on the soundboard. I have to work on some new stuff for the stream as well. I got to do some stuff for the memberships. I need a video for the memberships and stuff as well, so we can get that all going. Lots of interesting things coming. There will be obviously a WWE Fastlane's predictions video that I'll try to have that up on. Maybe I'll try to do it earlier. Maybe I'll try to have them up on Thursday. But I don't know. I kind of like waiting until seeing SmackDown so that I can see the whole entire card. I kind of like doing it that way. So expect to see a Fastlane predictions video on Saturday as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the AEW Dark Elevation and Monday Night Raw and the stream and yada 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 and all that hanging out and good stuff. I will see you guys on Wednesday for the AEW Dynamite post show. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you guys so much for your super chats. It is greatly appreciated. You guys are the best. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good rest of your night. Peace.